Before Shoreline Mafia would become one of the most promising young acts coming out of the new LA. Before they would take over the internet with songs like Musty, Bottle Service, and None Major. Before they would amass close to 500K followers on Instagram, over 100 million views on YouTube, and become one of the most requested new artists here on Before They Were Famous. Shoreline Mafia started out as organic friendships between a group of guys who had common interests in music, graffiti, and really just turning up. The chemistry between friends started to shift onto records, and after posting their songs online, they began to build a die-hard underground fan base in the LA area, continuing to make a name for themselves through their unique blend of drug-infused bars, clever lyrics, and hard beats to become one of the biggest parts of the new West Coast movement. And after dropping hit after hit, they started to catch a wave, even catching the ear of a label. What's going on, guys? Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Jeremy Hecht, aka Who the Heck is this guy? AKA, you can call me a square. I say I'm more of a hectagon. All right, that was too far. I'm done with the puns for 2019. But if you're new here, I'm hosting on this channel a couple times a week. Don't worry though, Michael didn't go anywhere. Be sure to check out his new show, Famous News, on this channel Monday through Friday for all of your entertainment needs. But today, I'm gonna be taking you through the life and career of the guys from Shoreline Mafia prior to fame. You've been heavily requesting this one in the comments, so we had to make sure we did it right for you. I actually ran into OhGeesy at LA Fitness the day I wrote the script for their video. The universe works in mysterious ways, and I think he was doing arms that day with his friends, so he seems like a really humble dude. Shout out to him. We've also covered other up-and-coming artists like Comethazine and Blueface on this channel, so be sure to check those out after you finish watching this video, and be sure to let us know in the comments who we should cover next. You can also hit me up on Instagram at Jeremy_Hecht or Michael at McCruddenM, and let us know who we should be covering for you on this channel. Anyways, enough talk from the new guy. Let's get it.
Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Shoreline Mafia as a rap group consists of 4 members: OhGeesy, Master Kato, Fenix Flexin, and Rob Vicious. But the collective as a whole includes many more. OhGeesy told LA Weekly that Shoreline Mafia is a group of young, reckless, wavy, good-looking, and dressing group of individuals. It's 4 of us that rap, but there's like 30 of us, and we're all like brothers. We're all one big family. We share each other's clothes, all types of shit. These are really my fucking brothers, like I give them my last name. OhGeesy was born Alejandro Carranza, hope I'm pronouncing that right, on November 27, 1993 in Los Angeles, California. He is of Mexican descent, and his father was locked up when OhGeesy was only 8 or 9. He came back out when he was around the age of 14 or 15, but eventually his dad got deported back to Mexico because of pending cases. His mom came to the States when she was only 13 or 14 years old. Fenix Flexin was born Fenix Rapinski on October 11, 1995, and he always makes sure that people know Fenix is his real name. He grew up with his mom, but says she fell out of the picture when he was only 5 or 6 years old, and from there, he lived with his dad. OhGeesy and Fenix linked up through MySpace while doing graffiti in East Hollywood during high school in 2012. They would also get into all sorts of trouble whenever they'd link up, even stealing things like bottles of alcohol and breaking into condos. OhGeesy was also selling drugs at the time. OhGeesy says he was tagging, skating, I was into crazy ass shit. It was fun. Now I'm not doing anything unless I actually get paid for it. I live in LA and you can actually see his tagging all over the place on walls. I was even seeing his name before I knew about Shoreline. Jeezy was attending Hollywood High School but later did homeschooling. He started to record himself on his laptop without even using a mic. His first song was talking about all of the members of the crew he was in at the time, and one day when him and Fenix became friends, Fenix heard the track and decided he wanted to start making music too. So the two started rapping together and they recorded their first song.
It was called Friday or some shit.
Yeah, that was the first one.
They were using an $100 mic and GarageBand to edit their vocals on a song together. At the time, it was just for fun, but everyone around them told them they really liked the music once they heard it. The two founded Shoreline Mafia in 2012, but it was more so as a collective than specifically a rap group. The name comes from
the shoreline's where the wave starts, you feel me? And we start all the waves.
They told XXL, we wanted a name that incorporated like waves and shit. I feel like we were the waviest around. And I was like, yo, where the f do waves start? The Shoreline Mafia. It's honestly kind of profound. One day, one of OhGeesy's good friends, who is unfortunately currently locked up, introduced him to Kato at Rock the Bells Music Festival, and the two instantly connected. Master Kato was born Malik Carson on October 14, 1994, and he's the only member of the group from Chicago. He had been kicked off his high school basketball team in his sophomore year, so he decided to fill his free time with making music.
Since me and Kato, since the first day we met, we always just vibe. We've been cool ever since, and he just happened to rap, you feel me?
Rob Vicious was born Robert Magee, again, forgive me on the pronunciation, on September 26, 1997 in South Central LA. He met Fenix after he changed high schools, and the two became close friends. At the time, Fenix's ex-girlfriend was pregnant.
And then me and him was making music together, kicking heavy, so it was just like, just really came together, you feel me?
After serving a short stint in jail, Rob was looking for an outlet while on house arrest, so he started rapping. I'd been making beats already, I got out, I was on house arrest, I'm bored, I'm like, F it, I'm gonna start rapping. The four became a group and would hang out all the time, making music and partying. They even performed a show together before they were officially Shoreline. The new members officially joined the group by 2017, but the first song with everyone on it didn't come until their debut mixtape. OhGeesy told XXL, "We were getting super tight, started making music, then eventually we just put Rob and Kato in." The group started posting their music online under the name Shoreline Mafia, and their fan base started to grow. They say at first they didn't really notice their following growing because they were just doing what they would normally do: hang out, make music, and party. They would find beats online, rap over them, record each other, and post the songs up. But some of their earliest success came after finding the SoundCloud of a local producer. Enter Ron Ron. The last two beats that they came across on his page ended up becoming two of their biggest songs, Musty and Bottle Service.
I think he heard it organically because we ain't even mention him.
That's crazy. Dope.
I mean, we put his little credits in the
that was
SoundCloud
it.
like we always would do when we would take niggas' beats.
Ron Ron liked what he heard and he reposted the song onto his page. The group says that Musty and Bottle Service are also their two favorite songs to perform. They found mutual respect for their crafts, and from there, they started to work on official songs together and created a signature LA sound. Ron Ron ended up producing the majority of the group's debut mixtape. The group had similar musical influences growing up, with various members citing influences like 3 6 Mafia, Future, and Gucci Mane. OhGeesy says he was a big fan of Dipset, Boosie, Max B, and was a big 50 Cent fan. He even used to go to elementary school wearing all G-Unit gear. And as embarrassing as this is, I can relate because when I was a kid, I made my mom buy me a fake 50 Cent chain that I actually wore in public.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
He says the reason why his music doesn't always sound like traditional West Coast rapping is because he listened to so many different people from so many different regions. Kato used to love a group called Organized Confusion and Pharaoh Monk, so he was really into the lyrical stuff. Fenix says Dipset, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Jay-Z, J. Cole, Nelly, and Paul Wall were some of his biggest influences during various interviews. And the first rapper he ever heard was Snoop Dogg when he had a cassette tape of Doggy Style. And Rob told XXL, "I listened to all the music my mom told me not to listen to. My mom would try and get me the CDs that didn't have the explicit content thing on it." Same here. Back when I was wearing that 50 Cent chain, I had the clean version of Get Rich or Die Tryin'. The songs didn't hit the same, but I still felt pretty hard. I wasn't at all. I was, soft little white kid. Musically, the group merges a mix of influences from other coasts and brings them together to form a sound that, although different than the usual bounce, is still West Coast. OhGeesy told Hot New Hip Hop that their sound is like LA with a twist to the rest of the world. Their recording process is more of a feeling out thing than a strategic plan. With 30 people in the studio partying, whoever's feeling a beat will jump on it. OhGeesy told LA Weekly, "You like a beat, you get on it. There's no order to anything because there's 30 of us in the studio, smoking, drinking, lean, everything. If I want in on it and Kato doesn't, then he's not gonna get on it." Speaking of lean, because of their drug-infused lyrics, a Washington Post headline on the group read, "For Shoreline Mafia, the only thing better than sex and drugs is rapping about sex and drugs." And in September of 2017, the group was featured in a video posted on Fox News titled, "The Serious Effects of the Codeine Craze." After declining to appear in the story, Fox still used clips from their music videos, and the group was shown in maybe not the most positive light.
Take a look at this music video, made to look like a home invasion robbery with masked suspects, guns pointed at victims, spliced together with shots of lean.
But It ended up becoming a pretty good marketing play for the group because they chopped up the Fox segment and used the clip on their debut mixtape.
Fox.
Free
Again.
publicity.
OhGeesy was actually evicted from his apartment because almost all of their music videos at that point were shot in the building he was living at. And they saw the Fox segment, and in the building the rules say no drugs. But at least they didn't call the cops on the group, so they're all thankful for that. The group released their debut mixtape, Shoreline Do That Shit, in 2017, a project that, according to OhGeesy, was made in only 4 or 5 days. They never really thought their music would become mainstream and always felt that they would be an underground group. But eventually, their song Musty was first played on the radio in LA by DJ Charisma.
It's crazy. I never expected any of our music to be on radio. I never even hoped for that.
Even their radio singles still have their edits left from GarageBand. But the moment they knew they had made it was when they did their first headlining show at the Observatory, and it was sold out a month in advance.
It was like 40, 50 of us on stage, and every single person was off of Molly.
The group started performing at festivals, even turning up the stage at Rolling Loud. And on multiple occasions in interviews, they list their first Rolling Loud show as one of their favorite performances.
One of the people from Rolling Loud even was like, yo, you guys, I've never seen that stage turned up like that. Like, all the people that have been there, and all the people there were bigger names than us.
They even went back to their graffiti roots, and I will say this allegedly to not get anyone in trouble. OhGeesy even tagged the freeway exit right before people entered the festival, so they would all be excited that Shoreline was there.
My homie did the letters, and it was like 5 of us filling in, and then we just did a big ass hella wave right there, and we caught a Rolling Loud tag. So all my fans was sending me videos and pictures of that.
They take their live shows really seriously with high energy performances.
You can't turn up the show. You can't, you feel me? And your fans obviously not feeling you that much.
And blowing up in LA, well, it has its perks.
I got some free McDonald's.
That's a life goal of mine. Eventually, they met Tracy Kimbrough, aka TK, and he became their manager along with Jeremiah Obert, aka Picasso. And in 2018, they signed to Atlantic Records. Rob Vicious released his label debut project under the title Shoreline Mafia presents Rob Vicious Traplantic. And in late 2018, the group released their second project, OT Xmas, just in time for the holidays and a new tour. If OhGeesy wasn't doing music, he says he would be selling drugs. So, I'm just glad the boys found success in legal ways. This year, they hope to branch out on the production side of things and work with Southside, Zaytoven, and Young Chop. As for the future, the group hopes they go platinum, get bigger chains, and become the biggest group in the world. OhGeesy says he still wants to be making money off of Musty 50 years from now. He says the way it gets played in LA, it's like it ain't no fun by Snoop Dogg for a younger generation. Well, Kato, he has more of a business mindset, saying, I want to be a businessman before a rapper. Big Body Kato, the company coming soon. Golden Valley Edibles coming soon. But as for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is before they were famous. I'm Jeremy Hecht, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Link to my Insta will be below, so you can send me a request on who we should cover for this channel next, or you can hit up Michael at McCruddenM. As for me, I think I'm out of here. Dream good, live better, and I hope you have one heck of a day.